Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. My name is Jordan. This is your 30-minute power flow. I'm so excited that you're here. No props are required for this practice. However, we will be using half moon in kind of a funky way, maybe as more of a transitional shape, and also have the option to do our standing L, maybe in place of our half moon. And we'll also have a couple of different opportunities to come into our standing L. So if you like to have a block or two handy to bring the earth up to meet your hands, just to stay embodied in flow, create a little bit more space for those big, beautiful, nourishing breaths throughout our practice, I would recommend placing one block at the top and one block near the back, because we're going to end up having maybe a little bit of a change of scenery as we get moving, get grooving. And we'll begin in a mountain pose at the top of your space. So go ahead and meet me there. Take a moment to feel into the bottoms of your feet. Maybe take a nice hips width stance or wider, or bring the feet flush together. Whatever feels more supportive, whatever helps you to connect here, to drop your pin in this moment. And cultivate a steady, even breath. This is your touchstone, your compass as we navigate this practice for the next 30 minutes or so. Following its depth and quality to make informed decisions about how you'd like to move today. And we'll take a communal breath in and out together to start our time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. If you had the gaze soft or the eyes closed, go ahead, flutter them open and inhale to reach. Big breath, big stretch. Exhale to fold, let it go. Bend into the knees, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, your version, long spine. And exhale to fold. Two more half sun salutations. Inhale, root to rise. Reach the hands up overhead. Maybe find a nice long puppy belly. And exhale, bend the knees, melt the belly towards the tops of the thighs. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, your version. Maybe find something new or play with something familiar. Exhale to fold. Last one, inhale, round spine. Weight is in the heels, root to rise. Exhale to fold, melt it down, let it go, following your breath. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. And exhale to fold. With the feet hips width, step the left toes back, ground the left knee, and find your low lunge. Maybe reaching the arms up high overhead. Lots of activity, engagement in the legs, like you're squeezing a block between the thighs. Maybe the left toe is tucked for stability. Use your exhale to settle in. Inhale here, maybe press the palms together, gaze up. And exhale, half splits. Pull the right hip back, maybe airplane the arms or reach for a block. Pause for an inhale here, grow long from crown to tail as your right sit bone charges towards the back of your space, maybe keeping a little bend in the right knee, flex the foot. And inhale to roll forward, bend into your right knee, tuck the left toes, and lift. High lunge. Big breath in just for the inhale, grow long. And exhale, warrior two, ground the left heel. Beautiful work, my friends. Inhale to dance your warrior. Right hand reaches forward, up and back. Front knee stays over your front ankle. And exhale, side angle. Your version, forearm to thigh. Sweep the left hand forward. Pinkies down. And inhale, reverse. Nice stable base here. Stability from center. Exhale, option to add on side angle, maybe biceps by the ears. Keep rolling the heart open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Maybe we hover biceps by the ears or take hands to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Right leg lengthens, right hand reaches. Exhale, rebend the right knee, reach for a block, maybe at the top right corner of your space. An option to launch for standing L or half moon. Big breath in. Maybe kicking into the left foot. And exhale, left palm plants. Toes dial down. Find your standing L. Maybe bring crown towards the earth. And forward fold. Left toes meet the right. Find an inhale, ripple through the spine, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Let it go. Beautiful. We'll inhale, kick the right toes back. Find your nice hips width stance, setting up for low lunge on the second side. And ground the right knee. Use the squeezing of the inner thighs, engagement in the low body to lift. Up and out of your lumbar spine, your low back. Moving a little bit swiftly, but still mindful. Yeah, big breath in. Maybe we squeeze the palms together, reach up. And exhale, airplane the arms or reach for a block, half splits. Your version, left toes, look back. Maybe we dig the left heel into the earth, level out the hips, using this long, beautiful spine to stay lifted here. And inhale, shift forward, rebend the left knee, right toes tucked, and lift, like you're squeezing the feet together to meet in the middle underneath you, but staying in your high lunge legs. A little bit of movement of energetics, movement of opposites. Find your high lunge, big breath in. Exhale, ground the right heel, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Light up through the outside edge of that right foot, head over heart over pelvis. And inhale, reverse, peaceful warrior, left hand forward, up and back. Exhale, side angle, forearm to thigh, really pressing the forearm into the thigh to lift the rib cage. Right hand forward, pinkies down, plug the shoulder in. Dancing warrior, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, maybe hands to the heart or biceps by the ears. One more, inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle, your version. Committed to the bend in our front knee. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse triangle, left leg straightens, left hand reaches. Exhale to rebend the left knee, reach for a block or the earth. Find half moon or standing L. So left toes flexed, pointing down or to the right, like we're kicking an imaginary wall, shoulders stacked. Find an inhale. And exhale, right palm plants, right toes dial down, standing L. Maybe kick the right heel a little higher. Melt the crown towards the earth. And release Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a moment to bend and sway. Notice how it feels in the lower body. Maybe shake the head gently, yes and no. And come home to your steady breath. And we'll inhale, root to rise, slow and steady, round spine, pressing firmly into the feet, maybe squeezing the glutes at the top. Inhale, high mountain, big breath. Exhale, bend the knees, sink low for chair, Utkatasana. Use an inhale here to invite some length from crown to tail, and your exhale to sink the weight into the heels. Maybe notice if we can grow a tailbone or lumbar spine a little bit longer, create a little bit more length there. If we feel like we're arching in the spine, there's discomfort there. Inhale here. And exhale, open twist to the right. Left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, chair, biceps by the ears or hands at the heart. Exhale, open twist to the left. And from here, begin to tilt the torso forward. Right fingertips reach for a block, maybe at the top right corner of your space. And begin to kick the left toes back in space, finding standing L or half moon. Back where we started, left toes kick back, big breath in, strong center here, engaging the obliques. Use your exhale, super soft landing. Warrior 2, left toes touch down, right knee bend. Beautiful. Inhale to straighten through the right leg, rise and open, find your star. And exhale, sink low for goddess. Maybe hands at the heart. Toes out, heels in. Sinking as low as feels good. Maybe find a little sway. Taking a moment to lengthen the tail, actively pressing the knees out. And we'll take our hands interlaced behind the head or fingerprints to the temples, elbows nice and wide. Find an inhale here. And on your exhale, base stays steady. We tilt our right elbow towards our right knee. Doesn't have to touch. Maybe left elbow reaches up towards the sky. Inhale through center. Exhale, second side. Left elbow to the left, right elbow to the sky. Inhale through center. Exhale, take it to the right. Inhale through center. And exhale, take it to the left. 3 more each side. Inhale through center. And exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, take it to the left. Notice where the mind goes. Can we steady the breath? Last 2. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Moving steady and slow in the presence of sensation. This buildup of heat. On your last round. Your breath. Your movement. Almost there. Come back through center. And inhale, find your star, toes spin forward. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, let it go. Exhale all the breath out. Maybe bend and sway. Take a moment of inventory. Notice how it feels to be in the body. Maybe reach for the toes, the ankles. Or walk the palms forward for an extended down dog. And come back to the breath. On your inhale, lift halfway. Fingerprints maybe on the earth. On your exhale, skandasana to the back of your space. Left toes turn out, right toes flip up. Maybe left heel lifted, reaching for a block. Or we're nice and active, pressing into the left thigh. Keep it pressing open. Super strong in the legs here. Nice active skandasana shape. Big breath in. And exhale, pivot to frame the left foot. Runner's lunge facing the back of your space. Step the right toes to the sky. Find standing L one more time. Right toes lift off. Maybe roll the ankle. And release. Right foot meets the left. Uttanasana. Back of our space. A little change of scenery. And we'll inhale, half lift. Your version. Exhale to fold. Let it go. Round spine. Root to rise. Big breath. Big stretch. Exhale, Samasthiti, thumbs at the sternum here. Find a cycle of breath just to reset. And we'll take the feet hips width or flush together, whatever feels more supportive to you today. And inhale, biceps by the ears. Exhale, sink low for chair. Long spine. Maybe lift the toes. See if we can send the weight into the heels. Allowing the tail to grow long and towards the top of our space without over exaggerating this arch in the low back, but still maybe finding a little lift in the heart. Lots going on in our chair pose today. Inhale here. And exhale, open twist to the left. Right hand forward, left hand back, switching it up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand forward, right hand back. And from here, begin to tilt the torso forward. Left fingerprints reach for a block or the earth. And we begin to kick the right toes back. Maybe finding standing L, bring your right hand to the earth, or our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, kicking into an imaginary wall with the right foot. Maybe we wobble, maybe we sway. One more inhale here, shoulders stacked. Exhale, super soft landing, bend into the left knee, right toes touch down, light as a feather. Stability from center, warrior 2. We did it. Inhale to rise, pivot the toes to look right, find your star. Exhale, toes out, heels in, sink low for goddess, any arm variation here. And we'll pause for a few moments of stillness, building some heat. Coming home to the breath. And here I invite you to find your balanced breath. In the presence of this buildup of heat, can we steady the mind? Maybe sink a little lower. Inhaling through the nose for 4. Exhaling through the nose or mouth for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Find one more round, maybe closing down the eyes, actively pressing the knees out. And on your inhale, lift, find your star, toe spin forward. Exhale, wide-legged fold, let it go, tiny bend in the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, skandasana to the top of your space. Right toes turn out, maybe left toes flip up. There's an option to keep your right heel lifted. Maybe take hands to the heart or reach for a block. Super active in the legs here. Almost like we want to drag the left heel and the ball of the right foot towards each other, inspiring a little bit of lift. One more inhale. Exhale, pivot to frame the right foot, runner's lunge, and launch, standing L, left toes lift off. Inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold, Uttanasana. Take a moment to bend and sway. And inhale, half lift, your version. Exhale to fold, let it go. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the hands up high overhead, think long puppy belly. And exhale, Samasthiti, thumbs at the sternum. Pause to notice. And come home to the breath. We have an opportunity here to move into our dancer shape or find a quad stretch. So rooting down through the bottom of your left foot, almost like you want to seal the circumference of your left foot. If you have a strap available or the tie to a robe or a pet leash, that's also a great option to bring the right hand closer to the right foot. And we'll start in our one-legged mountain. Inhale, biceps by the ears. Right foot lifts off any amount. And this is a wonderful place to be. Building heat, rooting down, cultivating stability from center. You can also begin to guide the right heel towards the right glute as we bring the right knee to point towards the earth. We'll wind the right hand forward, up and back, maybe bringing a strap into our practice to bring the right foot closer to the hand or reaching for the inside edge of our right foot. And this is also a wonderful place to be. Or we can begin to reach the left hand forward and up, kicking the right hand into the right foot, almost like a flower blooming upward, finding your drishti, your focal point, right shoulder externally rotated. Bring awareness to the navel, the bottom of the left foot, maybe the crown of the head. One more inhale. And mindfully unravel, release as gracefully as you'd like today. And come home to center, mountain pose. Find a cycle of breath. Maybe inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh out, let it go. Beautiful work. Let's find that on the second side, your version. Sealing the circumference of our right foot. Inhale, biceps by the ears. Left knee lifts any amount. Finding a little bit of stability. Maybe we find a tiny speck here, unmoving. Our drishti to retract from the job of looking. Or maybe we'd like to begin to guide the left heel towards the left glute so much so that the left knee starts to point towards the earth. Maybe we wind the left hand forward, up and back for a quad stretch with or without our strap. Maybe this side is a little different and we have to add or subtract a prop. There's power in meeting yourself where you are, making those decisions informed by the breath. You also have an option to blossom into your dancer shape, kicking the left hand into the foot. Keep that left shoulder externally rotating. And instead of thinking of shifting forward and back, imagine blooming upward like a tulip. Finding stability from center. One more cycle of breath here. Squeezing the inner thighs together, a little bit like our lunge. Finding, maybe we wobble, maybe we sway. And when you're ready, bending into the right knee to lower our center of gravity. Find your mountain shape. Pedal it out. Maybe find a little palm tree, a sway, soft knees, allowing the arms to be soft. Maybe closing the eyes, looking one way and then the other. Bring a little bit of softness into your practice. Eventually slowing down. Coming home to center, to your mountain pose. You're welcome to loop the shoulders a time or two. And find a moment of stillness here. Softening the knees a bit while we engage the quads. Draw the tailbone long towards the earth. On an inhale, notice expansion in the chest, maybe the skin stretch. And on our exhales, to the shoulders, travel a little closer to the earth. Slide a little bit further down the back body without us even having to ask. As you're ready, inhale, high mountain. Exhale, toes out, hip wider than hips width, heels in. Sink from Malasana, maybe hips to a block. We reach the fingerprints out in front. Bend and sway, find some movement. Eventually embracing stillness here in your Malasana. Prioritizing length in the tail, lift in the heart, maybe pressing the palms together. Taking a moment to notice expansion, length on your inhale. And a subtle return to the earth with every exhale. Maybe imagine sprouting roots through the tip of your tail into the deep, nourishing, and neutralizing soil of the earth. Keeping in mind there is power in taking time to breathe, to rest, to rejuvenate and recenter. And as you're ready, you can bring the palms behind the body to negotiate your landing. Kick the legs out long in front of you. Sit bones meet the earth. Find a nice slow, steady roll down the back body. Big breath in when you arrive. A full body good morning stretch. From standing to reclined, we did it, we made it. On an exhale, hug the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a squeeze. And guide the right knee up and over to the left for your supine twist. Always an option to bring a block into your practice to meet the right knee. Maybe we find a little self-adjustment, bringing our left hand to the outside of our right thigh, reaching our right hand out to the right. Maybe imagining holding something heavy in the right hand. As we apply just a gentle pressure to the outside of the right thigh with the left palm. Use your inhale to unravel back through center. And kick the right leg long to meet the left. Taking a moment here just to notice the difference between the two sides of the body. Embracing the uniqueness of asymmetry. Find an inhale here. And exhale, guide left knee in towards the chest. Let all the breath out. And when you're ready, left knee up and over into your twist on the second side. Maybe opting for a prop We're finding that self adjustment, right palm, gentle pressure to the outside of the left thigh. Maybe the left hand reaches or finds a loose cactus shape. And we imagine holding something heavy there in the left hand. Begin to guide the knee back through center. Again, stretching the left leg long. Taking a moment here, maybe with both legs long. You're also welcome to find constructive rest for a little bit of support in the low back, or take a few breaths in a seed shape, maybe with the knees in towards the chest. Taking about 3 cycles of breath in your final chosen shape, just to give a little TLC to the lumbar spine, the low back, our root space. And as you're ready, you can release the knees if you opted for a little supine child's pose like seed shape. Maybe you'd like to stay in your constructive rest or find something new. Give yourself what you need. Maybe that's a more traditional corpse pose shape with the legs long. Embrace the idea of being fully supported here. Bringing awareness to space between the teeth, seeing how it feels to bring the tongue to the bottom of the mouth, and allow any resulting softness to gently expand here. Allowing the body to surrender to the pull of gravity in your Savasana shape. And the next time you hear my voice, I will be guiding you out. You are welcome to stay in your Shavasana shape for as long as you'd like. But I do want to respect your time and let you know that the end of our 30 minutes is upon us. So if that's your cue to bring the body back to wakefulness with care, I invite you to deepen the breath. Maybe bring a wiggle of fingers and toes. And stretch out long. Think happy cat. Shine rib cage towards the sky. And the sunlit windowsill. And on an exhale, you're welcome to hug the knees in towards the chest. And maybe with the gaze soft or the eyes still closed down, you can make your way over to one side and up to a comfortable seat, whatever that feels like to you. Moving mindfully as a means of inviting this new and beautiful space you took the time to create today to follow you off the mat. And we can join the thumbs together at the heart space, Anjali Mudra, to take one final cycle of breath in and out together to celebrate this time spent in community doing yoga and honor the efforts it took to make it here today, maybe not just to your mat, but to this moment. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Thank you so much for taking this time to be with your breath, to bring a little bit more presence to the world and practice here in community, sharing your practice, your time, your energy, not only with me, but with each other. Namaste.